What would be the first response when somebody says, I don't like the security deposit. I don't like the stairs. I don't like that this one's on the ground floor. I don't like that this one's on the third floor. I don't like the size of the kitchen. I don't like the smell of the hallway. What would be your...
You agree.
Boom. Agree and move forward. Okay? If they bring it up again, what would you say? You would say, what are some...
Is this a deal breaker for you?
No, we don't want to say, is this a deal breaker for you? Why would we not want to say, is this a deal breaker for you? We don't want to say, is this a deal breaker for you? Because that's an all or nothing request. And literally, if they answer in the affirmative, we're out. We're not getting what we want. Like, I don't even want to put this in the realm of a deal breaker. So step 2 would be, what are some of your thoughts? Right? Well, you know, I just can't afford it. I just can't afford that security deposit. It's too high. Okay? We're going to then agree and move forward. I mean, we've already agreed and move forward. We've already asked them their thoughts. We're just going to show commitment to a solution. Listen, I get it. I'm with you. Right? Agree with them. I'm with you. We don't want to go down the realm of, well, it's policy that it's 1 month's rent. Right? Now it's 2 people complaining about the company. Now it's 2 people complaining about the policy. Being in a group of people complaining is not constructive. Okay? So we're just going to essentially, what we're going to do is show commitment to a solution. Right? What are some of your thoughts? A lot of times they'll solve their own problem. Right? Well, I was going to get that new iPhone. It's $1,400. It's kind of funny because that's exactly how much I need for the security deposit. I guess my iPhone 14 is going to have to do another year thanks to your security deposit. Right? Then even if they're snarky about it. You get it? It's a great idea. You know, congratulations, you made a great decision. You're going to love living here, even with your iPhone 14. What happens next? We're going to go fill out the application. Stay positive, stay constructive. But if you ask them for a solution, if you ask them what are their thoughts and they don't have any, I want you to then just say, listen, I get it, I hear you. I'm committed to figuring this out. I'm sure we're going to figure this out. Every single the person that lives here paid the security deposit. I'll be honest with you, I don't think any of them enjoy paying the security deposit. I get it, right? You know, one of the thoughts that they had is what you can do if you have blah, 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 and then come up with some suggestions, right? Then come up with some suggestions, okay? If they still don't want to do it at that point, if they're still pushing you back on that point, instead of saying, is this a deal breaker for you, where you were going with that was step 6, going, I'm confused. I just want to make sure that I'm clear on something. Is the fact that the standard security deposit is a standard security deposit, you know, 1 month's rent, is that stopping you from living here, right? Well, no, that's a lot of money. Totally get it. Congratulations, you made a great decision. By them saying no to that, they're saying yes to living with you, right? Is that let's say they say yes to that, okay? I just want to make sure I'm confused on something. Look, I actually look confused, right? But not in a smart-ass way, not in a passive-aggressive way, right? I'm confused. Is the fact that a standard security deposit, which is standard, right? Because it is, guys. You're getting in arguments that you don't have to get in arguments with. Everybody has the same security deposit as you. I work with thousands of communities. Not one of them is like, hey, yeah, move in here. If you have a crayon, write your name down, okay? Well, there's a wall over there. See, it says Jared was here. Just write your name down on that wall. Pay us if you want. Parties, invite us. That would be great. Right? Whatever you want to cook in here, if you know what I mean, do that. You want to sublease it, Airbnb it, we're good. Nobody has those policies, okay? But we don't want to get in arguments with renters on one side, and on the other side, we don't want to be like, well, that's our freaking policy. Because we have to save these renters from themselves, guys. And I get it. I get it that you're worn down. I get it that you're stressed out. I get it that you're tired of hearing the same damn things over and over again. But that doesn't change the fact that the person that you're working with is under a lot of stress. They're under a lot of pressure. They're going to say some kind of stupid stuff. Like, oh, there's no way I could live here paying that security deposit. If you've been on planet Earth for the last 200 years, it requires a security deposit here on planet Earth. Okay? If you don't like the security deposit, buy a house. You better have an 800 credit score and $472,000 down to get a nice little one-room bungalow, okay? Don't say that to your prospects. What I need you to do is hang in there and be cool, calm, collected, right? Step 6. I'm confused. Is the fact that we've got a standard security deposit, which is standard, is that stopping you from living here? Well, no, I just don't like it, right? Congratulations, you made a great decision. I get it, right? Security deposit's nobody's favorite thing. It wasn't my favorite thing when I put my security deposit, right? Empathize, okay, but don't sympathize. Sympathy sounds like this. Oh my God, I know. It's this company. It's the company's policy. Now it's just two people complaining about the company, okay? Let's say you say, hey, I'm confused. Is the fact that we have a standard security deposit, which is standard, is that stopping you from living here? Let's say they say yes. Is that the only thing that's stopping you? Okay, immediately. Is that the only thing that's stopping you? Yes, that's the only thing. Got it. Just out of curiosity, let's say I could waive the security deposit, which I can't. It's what it is. It's a standard security deposit. It's always been in place. It's at place at every community. But just out of curiosity, let's say I could waive the security deposit. Would it make sense to live here now? Yeah. Why? You guys are close to my work. When you say close to work, unpack that for me. How much closer are you? You're 4.3 miles closer. Is that each way or is that round trip? That's each way. God, how long are you spending in the car? I'm spending like 30 minutes in the car. What's that costing you on fuel? I don't know, a lot. I fill my car up about every week. Got it. How much does it cost you to fill up your car? $105. Got it. Why else? I really like the floors here. Now you're going to see that they're going to start to back down. Now you're going to see that they're going to start to be more positive about the community because we're not focusing on the one negative thing. By the way, this is what therapists do, okay? When somebody is in a relationship counseling and one of the people snores, I get it that he snores. Let's say he didn't snore. Would you still want to be with him? Absolutely. Why? He's my best friend. Why else? We've been together 20 years. Why else? He's a terrific dad. Why else? He's funny. Why else? Man, he's always got my back. Why else? When my mom was sick and in the hospital, out of everybody in the family, my husband was the one person that got it all together. He was my hero. He was our family's hero. Right? I get it. I understand. The guy snores. Now, I should have been writing all that down, which you guys should, like what I was doing here with the thing. I get it. The guy snores. In order for you to not have to listen to a little snoring, which earplugs, I can write you a script, okay? You're going to give up your best friend. You're going to give up the fact that you've known him for 20 years. You're going to give up a great father. You're going to give up somebody that is really the nucleus of the family when the family needs a hero the most. Does it make sense for you guys to work it out on the snoring? Yeah, it does. Hugs. Let's all go to lunch. Taco Tuesday, right? We got to hang in there. If I could waive the security deposit, which I can't, right? Would it make sense to live here? Yes. Why? You're closer to my work. How much closer? 4.3 miles. You guys got to unpack this stuff. When you say 4.3 miles, is that one way or both ways? Well, that's one way. Okay, good. I wrote down 8.6. How long are you spending in the car? 30 minutes. 30 minutes each way? Yeah. Got it. How much you spending on gas? I got to fill my car up 4 times a week. 4 times a month. Right? How much is that? $105. Look at that. I just found, I didn't find $420 because they got to drive other places. But if they weren't having to drive 30 minutes each way, I could probably take 2/3 of that off. Right? Now we're being constructive. Why else? I like the floors here. What do you like about the floors? I like that it's going to match my sofa. Got it. When did you get the sofa? Oh man, I just got it from Restoration Hardware. It cost me $7,000. Got it. Why else? I like the fact that you guys have a balcony. Got it. And you're writing all this down, guys. This is called being constructive. Okay? This is not being combative with somebody, and this is not giving up. This puts me in a skillful position. You guys need to be reminded of the fact that your freaking job is important. You guys are doing important work, okay? And I realize you've been beat down. I realize that you're taking a ton of crap from residents, from prospects. But that doesn't reduce the fact that your life is important. You're helping somebody find a home. Okay? This is a stressful and important decision. You're helping somebody get through the greatest financial purchase that they're going to make. So of course they're going to complain about things like the closet, the security deposit, the fact that you don't have something on a higher floor. When we just go, well, that's what we have, or that's what the policy is, that's not being skillful. Okay, when we go through that list, right? I get it, I'm with you, move forward. When they bring it up again, ask them for solutions. When they bring it up again and they don't have any solutions, let them know you're committed. Okay, what that feels like when you say, listen, I'm committed to us figuring it out. That takes us from fighting to both of us looking at the problem and going, same team, just out of curiosity. Okay, what most people do is this. What most people do in that closet situation is they take their winter stuff in the summer and they put it out on the outdoor closet in that wonderful balcony. They do a switcheroo. What most people do with the security deposit is they've got a lot of other expenses with moving. Sometimes they'll put those on a credit card. Sometimes they'll move some money around here. What they found is, although it seems like a lot up front, it goes by pretty quick and you get it back at the end of your lease, right? It's a nice way to tuck away an extra $2,000. Right? And I get some of you are probably rolling your eyes going, well, it's $2,000. Yeah, well, you're selling a lease then that's $24,000 a year. Okay? So if somebody truly cannot afford a $2,000 security deposit on something where they're going to give you 24 grand up front, my question to you is this. What the hell are you asking them when you're on the phone with them? How did you get this far in the process with somebody? What's most important to you? Why is that? Where are you living now? What's your biggest reason for moving? Because if somebody has a 7 credit score and makes a whopping $1,500 a month, when you're skillful on the phone and ask them questions, you're going to determine that. And then you can treat them with dignity and respect and say, hey, because of the fact that you told me, you know, you're in the halfway house right now, you're working part-time, we don't have anything available at our property, but I'm looking here, I've got a few that I can suggest for you. Fair enough, right? Be helpful to people. But if you get all the way through a tour and somebody is complaining about a security deposit, I'm going to tell you this right now. That's a complaint and not an objection, okay? An objection is something that's stopping them from leasing. And when you go through this list, you can say things like this. I get it. It's $2,000. I get it that it's an extra $2,000 up front, right? What most people do is move a little bit of money around. They get the $2,000 back at the end of their deposit. They'll put a couple things on credit cards like the moving truck, like the things you want to buy for the apartment. They figure it out. I just want to make sure that I'm clear on something. Okay, based on everything that you told me, this is the perfect apartment for you. And in order for you to walk away from that security deposit, which you're going to have to pay someplace else, you'll be walking away from the apartment that's close to your work, meaning you're going to have to drive an extra 4.3 miles each way. That's 8.6 miles round trip. That's 30 minutes in the car each way, an hour of your life gone every single day. And as you know, on Fridays, double that time. I don't know what it is with this city and Friday traffic. It's nuts. Okay? Plus, we're looking at you're spending right now $105 a week on gas. My math isn't that great, but I think that's $220 a month. Let's say half of that is going to work. It's probably more than that. Okay? There's $110 a month. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, $210 a month gone. There's your security deposit over the course of the year. Plus, again, you're sitting in your car for an hour. What's an hour of your time's worth? You're not going to have the floors that match your sofa, which, by the way, you told me you spent $7 grand on at Restoration Hardware. That sounds like a sweet sofa. You need to get your money out of the $7,000 sofa, and you're not going to have the balcony that you want. Knowing all that, you're giving up the balcony. Your sofa that you spent $7 grand on, probably put it on a credit card. Okay, is not going to match your floors. You're going to be sitting in your car for an extra hour every day, and you're going to be paying $210 extra in fuel to drive that 8.6 mile round trip. Does it make sense to figure out where to come up with the $2,000, get the security deposit, and finally get you in an apartment that you love? Well, yeah, it does. don't say this, but I'll tell you why it does. Why does it? Because I logically broke down all the positives and the negatives. Okay? There's no diabolical stuff going on in property management. Nobody sat down. Okay? I've sat in a lot of boardrooms and I used to own about 400 units. Nobody is sitting down behind your guy's back going, how can we make it hard to lease apartments? I know, a security deposit. We've got to work through this stuff with our prospects. The way people rent apartments has changed. Today's renter has access to more information. Today's renter has more choices. The apartment industry needs you. Studies have shown that moving is the most stressful life event. The old sales training, well, it just doesn't work today. I'd like to teach you how to take the stress out of leasing apartments in a way that's meaningful to you and your renters and get you 7 times more leases. I'll show you how the perfect leasing process works. I'm gonna walk you through everything from answering the phone to closing the lease. I'm gonna show you how to determine your prospects' wants and their needs so that you can build value in your apartments. You will learn how to handle any objection or complaint. I'm gonna show you how to connect with your renter so it's easy for them to rent with you. I've taught the best property management companies and thousands of people just like you how to lease apartments. Property management is complicated. I'll simplify it for you. There's more competition than ever before. I'm gonna show you how to be number one. All of a sudden, your career, it's gonna make perfect sense, even if you've never worked in sales or property management before. And for the advanced property manager, I'm gonna show you how to take things to the next level. Leasing University is a new, simple, step-by-step process that's effective. We're gonna help you become a rock star in property management. I'm Matt Easton, and this is Leasing University.